Picking out a new home, it can feel like this huge, high-stakes gamble, right? But what if it didn't have to be? Today, we're going to dig into a community that's built on a totally different idea, making a practical, confident choice. Welcome to our explainer on Northridge Estates.
I mean, if you've ever found yourself scrolling endlessly through new home listings, you know this feeling. All these different floor plans, these super confusing fee structures, and dozens of communities that just start to blur together. It's more than just overwhelming, it's just plain exhausting. It's so easy to get lost in all that noise.
But here's the thing, what if there's a simpler way to look at all this? The truth is, when you strip away all the fancy marketing, new neighborhoods pretty much fall into one of two buckets. And understanding this basic choice, that's the real key to cutting through all the confusion.
And boom, this slide lays it out perfectly. On one hand, you've got the mega community. You know the type, resort-style pools, really complex fees, and that feeling like the construction is just never, ever gonna end. But on the other hand, you have what we're calling the practical community. It's all about quiet streets, predictable costs, and feeling like you've moved into an actual established neighborhood. As you're about to see, Northridge Estates is built completely around that second idea. Okay, so who is this kind of practical approach really for? Let's dive into the type of person who finds exactly what they're looking for in a place like this, and hey, see if any of this starts to sound a little familiar.
So, ask yourself this. Are you looking for a newer home, but maybe without that crazy luxury price tag? Perhaps you're moving to a new area and you just need something straightforward, an easy-to-understand option. If you'd rather have quiet streets than a crowded community pool, you're definitely on the right track. And that last point about Metro District complexity, hang on to that thought, because that is a huge piece of the financial puzzle we are going to solve in just a minute. At the end of the day, it's all about shifting the focus back to the house itself. The stuff you actually use every single day. A garage that actually works for you, your own private yard, and a floor plan that just makes sense. It's about choosing the substance of your home over the sizzle of amenities you might honestly barely ever use. And what we see is that this practical approach tends to pull in two main types of buyers. First, you've got your local move-up buyers. Folks who already live in the area and want a newer home, but without a massive, complicated lifestyle change. And second, you have people relocating to Greeley who are just looking for a simple, solid, reliable place to land and start their next chapter. All right, so we've talked about the who. Now let's get into the why. Let's look at the proof. The specific design choices in the homes and in the location that really make this practical approach work so well.
It all boils down to one simple idea: livability. We're talking single-family homes with those functional floor plans we just mentioned. The styles are all very consistent on purpose, which gives the neighborhood a really nice cohesive feel right from the start. Everything is designed for comfortable, practical, long-term living.
And hey, the location, it follows that exact same playbook. It's not trying to be the trendiest new spot. It's designed for pure convenience. You've got easy access to Highway 34, which is great for commuters. You're close to grocery stores and all the daily stuff you need. And you're near established parts of town, which means, and this is a big one, you're not living in a giant construction zone for the next 5 years.
Look, if you remember just one thing from this part, make it this. The whole concept here is about choosing daily livability over flashy, expensive bells and whistles you might not even use. It's a simple trade-off, but a really powerful one. Okay, let's get to the part that really matters for a lot of us, the money. This is where this whole practical approach becomes incredibly powerful. We're going to break down how this model leads to predictable costs and helps you dodge some of the biggest financial headaches in new construction.
All right, first things first, we gotta unpack a term you'll see all over new construction: the Metro District. Put simply, it's just a way for developers to pay for new stuff like roads and sewer lines. They create this special little taxing authority, and then the homeowners in that district are the ones who pay for it over many, many years through higher property taxes. This can add a huge and often surprising amount to your monthly payment. And here is the mic drop moment for Northridge Estates. It doesn't have one. Period. No complex, high-cost Metro District. That is a massive, massive financial difference when you're trying to figure out what your actual monthly cost is going to be. This chart right here just makes it all crystal clear. Look at this. Your HOA dues are low because they're just for basic maintenance, not some fancy resort pool. The Metro District tax, like we just said, is a big fat zero, and that means your property tax is way more standard and predictable, which makes budgeting for the long haul so much easier. So you see, this is about way more than just saving a few bucks up front. It's about giving you financial clarity. It's about peace of mind for years to come. It's that confidence you get from knowing exactly what you're signing up for.
All right, let's wrap this all up. Let's bring it all home. When you really strip away all those overwhelming options and those complicated hidden fees, what are you actually left with? You're left with the simple power of a practical choice, one you can make with total confidence.
There's this one quote from the material that it hits the nail on the head. A home in a community like this, it might not be the one that gives you that jaw-dropping, emotional wow moment. Instead, it's the one that when you look at the numbers and how it actually fits your life, earns a solid, practical, and incredibly smart yes.
And this final table really just lays it all out, side by side. The choice becomes so clear. For you, the buyer, the feeling goes from totally overwhelming to almost low friction. The cost structure goes from complex and unpredictable to simple and clear. And the whole appeal shifts from flash and amenities to just pure, simple, everyday livability.
So, if this whole practical thing is clicking with you, what's next? Well, here are a few simple steps to take. First, always compare the total monthly cost of a home, not just the sticker price. Second, be really honest with yourself about what you actually need, daily livability or resort-style perks. And that'll lead you right to step 3, making a confident choice that fits the life you actually live.
And that really just leaves us with one last question for you to think about. In a housing market that is constantly chasing that next big wow moment, could it be that the quiet confidence of a practical, well-thought-out yes is actually the right answer for you? Thanks so much for joining us for this explainer.
No